ICMonTV. Of course, I'm your host, Benetra The Boss Lady, and I'm excited because I feel like I got one of my baby sisters. She could be my daughter. She could be my cousin. She could be my auntie if she want to be. But anyway. All right, y'all. Today we have as a special guest none other than Miss Alysia Nicole. A lot of y'all have seen her in many facets. From singing, I think we rapped at one time.
I did do a little rap.
Hello.
Shame.
Don't shame.
I thought I was doing something.
But you was. See, because this is what we have to look at. We look at all the stuff that we've done. It's a part of us. Right. It's the growing, the good, the bad, all the indifferent, whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. See, you forgot it.
I didn't even think you knew that.
Yeah, I know.
I know you've been rocking with me for forever, but I didn't know you.
I remember.
Oh wow, that was my rough days.
But no. Because at the same time, you were inspiring and doing stuff for people, whether you realize it or not.
Wow.
Okay, so you don't know, you're good.
Okay,
you're good.
Okay.
But now that ain't what we're here to talk about.
No, definitely not.
Okay. Look, you see that? Show that shirt again.
Oh, this is what we are here for today.
Okay. Now see, from one person that has done many stage plays over the years, me.
Yes, amazing. You have been in so many stage plays.
And this young lady right here has been tearing up the scene. I mean, now I'm not going to try to name all the plays that I know that you've been in, because I know you've done some with Renee Miller.
I don't. No, Nicole.
Nicole. I'm giving her Renee. I gave her a whole new name. Nicole.
Nicole. That's actually who got me started.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, come on, let's try to name some of the plays.
Okay, so we got Inside My Marriage.
Okay.
That's what started it all with Nicole Miller.
Yeah.
We have Teach Me How to Love with the White.
We're gonna worry about the last name.
Okay.
This is play.
And then I did Shepherd Salon with Javon Thacker.
Yes.
I Sanctified with
okay.
Javon Johnsons.
All right. Yeah, Richard, y'all know him from Over. We're gonna talk about that too.
I've did a couple of things. Yeah. Definitely. Have you seen the new season?
No, I haven't seen the new season
Girl,
yet.
it started. It's already Javon.
We already know about you, Javon. We don't even go there because it ain't even about you right now. It is. But you know what? I guess because I've been friends with him for so long.
Right.
And then knowing you and being friends with you for so long.
It makes it just like family.
Yeah, it's just a full circle.
Yeah.
Okay. But Sanctified.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me go there. Sanctified. The dramedy, comedy, just the musical, everything all in one.
Yes. So, of course, everybody written, produced, directed by Javon Johnsons.
Right out of Anderson, South Carolina.
Okay. He's coming from Anderson, South Carolina, in Atlanta, doing a lot of amazing things. Yes. Acting classes. If you're interested in taking those, reach out to him.
Yes.
But Sanctified is coming to Augusta, Georgia, the Kroc Center, November the 11th. Ooh. 2 shows, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. I'm in the 2 p.m.
Yes. And that's why she's here.
Right.
Because you know what? It's a blessing and an honor.
Yes, it is.
To know that you are striving, pushing, and doing all that you can into this business. And trust me, it's probably a lot of eye-opening experiences you done had already.
Baby, look, I can be real with you on this one.
Yeah.
You know, on 6 and 12, I had to be a little more professional.
Ooh.
But it's a learning curve. And I am, if I can be real with any actor, don't get in this for the money.
No.
You have to have the passion. You have to want to do this. You have to enjoy what you do. You have to be willing to sacrifice for what you do.
Yeah, you might be paying out something.
Right, and you have to invest in yourself.
Yes.
So I also want to make sure people know this ain't even about Alysia, because I never wanted to act. This is just God. So you got to trust God through the process.
That's true.
Because if it wasn't for him, I'd probably be like, yeah, I tried it.
Okay, well, speaking about trying it, y'all, we're going to take a break.
Okay.
Don't touch that dial. Don't touch nothing. We're going to be right back.
Awesome.
Inspired Christians Magazines on TV is sponsored by...
Tune in to the Quartet Show every Sunday at 8 p.m. with the Godfather Quartet, Brother Corey Johnson. on WCTL Channel 20. Come on and get you some of that good old hand-clapping, foot-stomping music. Again, that's the Quartet Show with the Godfather Quartet, Brother Corey Johnson.
Badcock Home Furniture and More, located 716 Highway 28 Bypass, Abbeville, South Carolina, and 1302 Bypass 72 Northeast Greenwood. Call them at 864-366-5954. Welcome back to ICM on TV. Of course, special guest
Alysia Nicole.
Woo-hoo. And we've been speaking about just acting, period, but she's in a stage production that's going to be happening on this coming Saturday. 2 great shows, one at 2, one at 7, but she is starring in the 2 o'clock show. Again, it's called Sanctified. Now, I need you to tell our viewers the name of your character. You can at least tell them that part, because we're not going to give them everything or anything like that. But go ahead and tell them who you are.
I'll give them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I am Thelma, the drunk pianist. She gave God a yes, but she's still struggling with alcohol.
Okay.
Like, that's simple.
And I know somebody that can relate to that. We don't even...
Look, like I tell anybody else, Thelma is me. Because it may not be alcohol, but I gave God a yes, and I'm still struggling with things, but I'm still giving God a yes. Yes. So... You
ain't the only one. Tell me. Anyway.
Right.
But sometimes you don't need to know the person's actual struggle. Mm-hmm. But just know that everybody is going through something at some point in time. And hopefully she can get through whatever it is she's going through. You ain't got to tell that. You got to tell that.
No, it's a struggle.
Uh-huh.
And she don't even mind telling the pastor how she feels.
Lord.
Yes,
well, I'm going to tell you, several of y'all like that don't mind telling the pastor how you feel.
You got to be respectful now. The pastor's supposed to be your shepherd.
Yes, Lord. But now, Sanctified. What drew you to this production?
Actually, wow. I haven't been asked that question. So,
I'm going to tell you, there are some stage productions that you can naturally be drawn to. You may not realize why at the time, but after you're in it, then it'll hit you later. Or sometimes after you leave it.
So I would say if I had to, the way it came about was I was told about the audition. Mm-hmm. So I showed up to the audition, and because of the audition, I was like, okay, I know this person that's doing the play because I met Javon at Javon Thacker's stage play. That's when I met Javon Johnsons. He was there.
I was there.
Right. And so, you always there. Yes. So he let me know about the auditions then. Mm-hmm. And of course, I went to the auditions, and it was kind of rough too, to be honest. Like that first round, I didn't make it the first round. Mm-hmm. They told me I had to stay a couple of hours later in order to go around the second round. Mind you, I'm all the way in Atlanta, and I got plans to go back home, but you got to want it. You have to have a passion for it. And I stayed and auditioned again, and the more I got into learning about the character, because at first I didn't know who Thelma was. I didn't know her backstory.
She didn't know the backstory on it.
I didn't know anything. I just knew that I wanted to audition for this role. And I caught myself trying to audition for Dr. Pauletta. She's like the opera singer. Oh. Girl, when I see her now, I was like, what was I thinking? I can't do that.
Don't say that now.
Okay.
Some people fake it till they make it. Hello.
Okay.
That's part of it.
But she is an amazing singer.
Oh, I believe it.
So I got to give it to her. But after I read the backstory of Thelma, and I realized that Thelma came straight from the streets. Mm-hmm. Like, she was hood, and something happened. Look, like, something happened, and she gave God a yes, but she still couldn't let go of the struggles. And even though she's in this church with these people that are trying to bring change upon the church, she's having a change internally. Mm-hmm. And, so they getting on her, but they still letting her use her gift.
Right.
So even though she's
and that happens in the church on a continuous basis. But at the same time, I read something the other day that really, really stuck with me. the person that you see with the hat on in church and you thinking they need to take it off, you don't know that they may have just gotten finished with chemotherapy and wanted to cover their heads. Or the person that it's just a whole bunch of different things that somebody may be doing, but you don't know the backstory of why they're doing what it is that they're doing. So just like Thelma, you know, she may be struggling with alcohol, but you don't know what drove her to that point or what got her to where she is.
And I don't know that. Javon? Like,
but see, and that's the thing. That's the thing. People on an everyday basis may be going through something, and a lot of times we get angry when we see somebody make a certain move and you don't understand
especially
why.
road rage, right?
Yeah.
We don't know what kind of thing.
Because I thought I had to tell my friend that the other day. I said, look, they may be driving slow, but you don't know there might be a cake in the back seat that they don't want to fall. It's got to get the mama or whatever.
Right.
So you have to be careful about how you treat people. You don't know what it is or why they're doing whatever they're doing.
What they're doing.
You ever seen a grandma driving the car and she going real slow? And you get mad because she going real slow? But people don't understand that Papa might have just died and that's the only way she can go, and she's not normally the driver, he's normally the driver. And she's got to get to her destination and she's not used to driving. So she going, but the children ain't got time to come take her where she got to go. So she takes the initiative to go on her own. People don't think about
that's the story.
that very little thing right there. It's simple.
Right.
Okay. But back to sanctified.
Like she done went deep. Oh, yeah. I'm like, wow.
Yes.
Right? Because I might be the person that get mad at the old woman driving slow because I had road rage.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you what I experienced the other day. And this is just going to go off ticker for us for a moment. I literally, what I just told you literally just happened for real. Wow. I met a lady that very same way. She had just lost her husband and she was in the process of having to take care of things in the house
that he normally
do, and the children did not take time out to help her. Now ask me, was my heart hurting and mad? I was mad at the kids, but then I was proud of her because I said, because she said she wasn't gonna sit there and wait on them.
That's it.
To get there. She just went on to handle business. Do you understand how important it is? And I want y'all to handle y'all business because y'all need to be down at the Croc Center on Saturday.
November 11th.
2 o'clock. You see those fingers? 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Come on and come see Miss Alysia Nicole. Now, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. But we're going to talk about Alysia and all these different stage productions and where's she going from here. Okay? We'll be right back after this message.
Inspired Christians Magazines on TV is sponsored by
Barrett's Tire Store, located 3301 Highway 25 North, Hodges, South Carolina. Call them at 864-374-3183. Barrett's Flower and Convenience Store, silk cemetery arrangements, snacks, hot dogs, and barbecue, gas, diesel, kerosene, and propane. Call them at 864-374-5555. Don't miss the chance to see Sanctified, the hilarious and uplifting musical comedy written and directed by Javon Johnsons. It's happening Saturday, November the 11th at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. That's right, 2 great shows at the Croc Center of Augusta, Georgia, located 1833 Broad Street, Augusta. Get your tickets today at www.denisewilliams.productions or by phone 770-686-3667. Again, that's Sanctified. Saturday, November the 11th, 2 great shows, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Hello, this is Apostle Alvin Dill. Welcome you to Magic 102.7 FM, 1090 AM. My gospel radio program comes on every Sunday morning right here in Greenwood at 1090 AM, 102.7 FM. Tune in every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Listen, what did God say radio broadcast? I need you, and you to be a part of this radio broadcast. 102.7 FM, 1090 AM. Looking forward to hearing you there.
Welcome back to ICMonTV. Now, I'm telling you, I'm having a ball. Y'all don't even understand, because this is like right up my alley anyway with just this, period. So, and you know, I had spoken to this young lady at one time a couple of years ago about doing a movie, and she just don't know. I ain't let her off the hook yet.
Okay, I'm here.
You know, I ain't let her off the hook yet. Remember I told you about my mom?
I do. I remember.
So, but with that being said, Sanctified, doing the stage productions and stuff. Have you thought about movies?
I have. I actually want to get into film.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to do commercials,
Mm-hmm.
jingles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I stepped into this lane, I was like, bing.
There it is.
So much stuff just kind of went off. Stage plays, I love it because it's different. You know, you're on the stage and you get the immediate response. But I do want to get into film.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I tell people about being on stage. One thing about it, you actually step into a character. You step into a whole nother person. And things that you may not would say specifically around certain folks, you're allowed to just roll right on out with it.
And that wasn't me, girl.
But having fun.
Right.
But at the same time, pulling out and delivering a message that may potentially change or impact somebody's life while you're on stage.
Right. And that's
because
what it's all about.
I promise you, there's no show that I have not been to, maybe with the exception of two, that when portraying an actor or you watching it, you see somebody on that stage that you can identify with, that you know, you be like, man.
She me.
I got that one too. Oh, honey, that's you right there.
Right.
I see you. But it's just something about being able to step on that stage and deliver. So what is your biggest thing about Sanctified that you want people to really understand and know their reason to come?
Sanctified is based off a true story. It's based off a church in Anderson, South Carolina, where a pastor tried to come in. They were younger, and they just wanted to give them change. They wanted something different. And unfortunately, it's an old Baptist church, so it wasn't no regards to Baptist.
Oh, you're right.
I just want to make sure, because you know this is media.
Yeah.
But Sanctified is based off that environment where they wanted to bring in change, and the congregation wasn't as receptive for it. They didn't want to do what the pastor was requiring them to do. They wanted to stay the same.
Oh,
and
man.
Unfortunately, because of the younger generation that was coming along, the members started leaving because no young members were there. So each generation, it got fewer and fewer in the church. And they needed to bring change in order to hold this generation. So,
and see, that's one thing about it, being able to cultivate or make changes within the church that's not going to take away from God's word, but at the same time what is being taught to grandma may have to be delivered totally
Totally
different.
different. It's
to
not
the
that the
man.
message changes.
Yeah.
It's
The delivery. Yes.
Right.
Ah,
Right.
you got ding. You know?
There goes a download.
So, it makes a difference.
It does. And just remember, like, you gotta be the person that you want to see. You know what I'm saying? And so I always say you be the change, because in this environment, in this generation, like, every young person is not doing something bad. I know we say this generation is doomed, but I think it's more about just encouraging them to be what it is that they want to see.
Right.
If you don't want to be this person that walks around with a church hat on saying, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
But you want to be the person that's like, that's dope, Jesus.
What's up?
Then be that person.
What's up, God?
Right, what's up, God?
Yeah.
Like, you ain't even do me like that, daddy. You know what I'm saying? It's relationship, not
And you know
religion.
what? Now, she actually mentioned a whole lot, but it just dawned on me. She is in one particular production that we didn't mention. And they getting ready to do a quick little sneak peek on Friday night.
Talk about God.
Yes, Jesus. So for those of you who have not heard, she is the lead actor and she thinks she's cute.
She thinks she's cute. Shout out to Denise Williams.
Yes.
Denise Williams Productions.
Yes. and you know what? And Denise is actually the producer that's bringing in Sanctified
Yes.
to the Croc Center. So for those of you who have not heard about, she thinks she's cute.
Go check it out. She thinks she's cute.com. I am the main actress, but when I say women, this is for us. You hear me?
Yeah.
This is for us. This is that thing that is like, oh, yeah, I do that, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, you see that? Yes, because what it is that moment that makes you realize that sometimes you do judge a woman as soon as you see her. And it's like, when you recognize, I need to stop that.
Yeah.
That's what she thinks she's cute is about. It's not about somebody's being, it's really
Cute.
about empowering and letting you know that, we don't have to be this way. We can team up, and when we team up, we become a powerful
There
force.
it is.
And let me tell you how amazing and prophetic this is, right? Because I can go here with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so she thinks she's cute. In the storyline, the boutique manager ends up meeting this lady who ends up wanting her to open up at her concert, and it's praise and worship concert, right? So how about now, November the 10th, the night before Sanctified show,
Right.
Denise Williams is bringing a pop-up praise and worship event,
Right.
and she asked me to be a part of that event.
What?
This is prophetic. Like, God is moving. And I don't do praise and worship outside of Solomon Pool. Shout out to Pastor Peggy.
All right. And I've been there too. Yes.
So it's just different that what God is doing in the season. And then, like, after she asked me to do that, Shaquille Witt at Speak Life Ministry and Aiken, they reached out to me.
You know I know Shaquille.
Right. So they reached out to me and was like, hey, will you come do praise and worship for First Friday? And I'm like, God, what is you doing? Like,
You know what? I think I'm going to call it out what she already been putting on social media. She water walking.
water walking.
Water walking.
Yes.
Water.
Stepping
However way you
out
look at
the
it.
boat.
Yeah.
Peter, Faith, this is strictly water walking.
Yes.
And if I haven't had the chance to actually explain that, so I'm going to nugget that. Water walking is simply, I can see straight through what's getting ready to happen, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. I can see God's plan. I can hear him telling me to come out of the boat. Let's do this thing. But honest and transparency, I have no idea what he is doing when it comes to acting. This is his.
Hey.
So I'm like, whatever you want to do. If you want me to go on a stage play, if you want me to sing a song, if you want me to do background production where I ain't even seen, if you want me to do background singing, if you want me to be the helpmate that bring the props out, baby, I'm here for it.
See, and that makes a difference when you got somebody that's willing and able, and you know, and it's a servitude. I tell anybody in a heartbeat because I'd have been there with all those, the background, this, that, and the other. I'd have been on the front, doing the paperwork, whatever needs to be done.
And see, you put in the work.
Yeah,
You've already put in the work.
So the thing, what I'm loving about it is you seeing it, you feeling it, and you moving. Okay? Don't stand still. Just keep moving. It's going to happen. And it is happening. Okay?
Right.
All
I
right.
receive it.
Yes, ma'am. So, because I think I seen somewhere you posted that somebody asked you to either MC or something for one of the shows or something at one time.
So yeah, what happened was I was supposed to be in the show. I was supposed to be the cast, and the other person, because I'm always playing an alternate. Guys, I don't mind being an alternate. Okay, so the other person ended up coming, and they didn't necessarily need me to play the role, right? And so what I did was I was just trying to help out behind the scenes, make sure everything was flowing right. And it was almost showtime. Everybody was getting ready. They was in almost position. And I picked up the headset just to see if it was hot. You know what that means in the acting world. In the acting world, when the headset is hot, that means it's showtime. It's time to go. It's good. Okay. So I picked up the headset just to see if it was hot. And the man was like, "Oh, so we're on in 5, 4, 3." And I was like, he was like, "Lights up." I was like, "Hold up." But luckily I had did the show before. So I knew, and I ended up being able to call the show. And that's a big deal.
Oh yeah, it is.
And I had never did it. I didn't know what I was doing. But when I say God did that thing, I was like, lights up, light down. I was doing all kind of stuff.
That's what I'm talking about.
Water walking.
Yeah, it is. So all y'all water walkers out there,
come on and walk.
Let's do it. But again, Sanctified. Saturday, November the 11th. 2 great shows at the Kroc Center. You all can go to DeniseWilliams.Productions. DeniseWilliamsProductions.com. Yes. And Eventbrite.com. Right. Also. And check out Facebook. Check out Instagram. Yes. Sanctified is on both of those platforms. Go find out some information about it. If you don't know exactly what it's about and you're like, I don't know if I want to go to that show, go to the website. Yeah. Check it out. Get your tickets. You'll laugh. You'll cry. You'll be like, I know somebody in my church like that. You know more than one person in the church. Right. So get your tickets and come on out. And also come out Friday. Yeah. Friday is a free event. Yes. It's a pop-up praise and poetry. You're going to get spoken word. How many of y'all done heard of that? Right. Ain't many people hearing about a pop-up praise and poetry. Come on. And then you getting it for free. For free. What? $3.99, like Sean said on the free. Right. So you know what? That is what's up by itself. Now I'm gonna tell you, she gonna have me traveling up and down that road twice. Come on, 2. Look, put the tools back up. Remember the 2 o'clock show, y'all. 2 o'clock show. But you know what, sis, it's been lovely. Daughter, auntie, cousin, all that. You hear me? It has been wonderful. Yes. Now that's just yes. We have not did this in a long time. Yes. I think it's been years the last time you actually. It's been a couple years. Yeah, so I'm excited for this. She's been watching the growth. Yes. You were actually one of the people that was kind of pushing me. You started putting me in stuff, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. But again, I'm thankful and I'm grateful and I'm glad to see that you're moving and you're progressing. Right. And you keep doing, don't get distracted, none of that stuff. I'm just saying this, I'm going to talk to you off the camera. But we thank you all for tuning in to ICMonTV. Of course, I'm your host, Benetra The Boss Lady, and today's guest was Alysia Nicole. Y'all check out that name. Y'all can see her. And tell them how they can see all your stuff like Facebook, Instagram, all that. It's Alysia Nicole everywhere. It's ALY. That's right. There you go. ALYSIA. A lot of people do spell it wrong. So ALYSIANICOLE. Alysia Nicole on Instagram. Alysia Nicole on Facebook. Alysia Nicole on TikTok. Just check me out. I'm transparent. So don't think you're gonna get on here and see no celebrity stuff, okay? I'm like you. I am you. We are the same. So I'm just trying to water walk and do this thing. And if you're inspired by my story, if you're inspired by what you see me trying to do, even through my kids and how my family is going, I reach out. Yeah. Let's collab. This is the season of collaboration. You can actually sow a seed too, but we'll talk about that. I said. All right. Y'all, look, thank you all for tuning in to ICMonTV. Thank you for having me. All right. I miss you. Girl.
Mac Hardy, come on down to McCormick Tire and Oil. We open Tuesday through Saturday from 7:30 to 5. And we specialize in oil, tires, and brakes, wheelbarrows, CV axles. And but military discount is every day. And on the Wednesday we have Senior Citizen Day. So come on down to McCormick Tire and Oil. We got everything you need. Thanks.